Don't you guys push your buttons. I'm going to start with opposite cross of the legs. Get the hips happy. Oh, you know, I sit down right away. I just start moving my hips a little bit. So if this speaks to you, to just kind of move everything around and do that. And then we'll just settle. And so as you're ready, friends, lengthen tall, close your eyes. Start to smile. Settle into your breath. Feel your heartbeat, your jaw, your shoulders. And invite yourself to feel grounded, to feel yourself sitting on the floor, on the earth. Feel the expansion of the breath within. Just open practice. Take a nice inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, join the palms together in front of your heart, bow your chin, honoring all that you are and all that you bring and all that you offer. Mind, body, breath, and spirit. So we're going to chant Om 3 times as we do, and then we're just going to sit in silence for a few moments after that. So just let you know what's going to happen. And so we'll start with 3 Oms, nice big inhale. Releasing your hands, lifting your chin, and opening your eyes. Okay, so you can stay here, heart. I'm just going to move over a little bit. And I'm going to change to habitual cross. Yeah. And then we'll take the hands, just place them on your thighs as we did. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, take the belly back, drop the chin, move your hands to your knees. And then inhale, lengthen tall, roll the shoulders back, take the heart forward, look up, move the hands maybe more down the thighs, and then just move through this seated cat-cow. Feel that this action is really starting from the solar plexus, so just the center of your waist area, a little bit above. So you draw the belly back as you come back, and as we come forward, just feeling a stretching happening here a little bit. Good. Shoulders are moving, head is moving, jaw is soft. So we'll do one more forward and back, and then we're going to end with the back. So the next time you come back, stay here, use your hands on your knees, press back a little more if you can, release the head, the shoulders, take one nice big breath in, sigh it out, and we'll start to circulate. So just shift yourself over to one side and then maybe forward, just kind of find your own little, rib cage dance. And just Roland is laughing because Sadie's bringing us her ball. She wants to play. Good. So just listen to any cracking. Move as slow as you like. Use your hands as you like. And at some point here, just reverse. Circle in the opposite direction. Really feel like, what's tight, what's stiff. Good. Good. Then we're just going to go side to side like a little pendulum. And you can put your hands on the floor if you like, or just keep them on your thighs. So you're just rocking yourself. Maybe you turn your head away from whichever side the ribs are going. Feel your breath. So I'm Hearing some nice cracking in my neck. Good. Okay. Bring yourself to center. Take your hands to the center of your thighs. Spread your fingers. Press down, lengthen tall. Lift the shoulders up. And bring the shoulders back and down. We're just going to keep everything nice and tall and roll the shoulders a couple times from front to back, and then we'll reverse and go from back to front a few times. Good. And then we're just going to do one at a time, and we're going to let this really maybe exaggerate it so you feel the ribs are moving. Just be in your own little dance here. What can you move as you do this? And then reverse. We'll just swim the other direction. Good. Okay. Good. And then bring yourself to center. I'm going to change the cross of the legs again. I'm just going to take the hands to the floor, touch the earth. Inhale. Exhale, keep the length. Inhale, turn your palms up and reach up. Maybe you even go back and up. Good. Stay here. Breathe. Lift and lower. Open your hands. Stretch your fingers. Good. Okay. Inhale, reach up. Now as you exhale, just take the right hand down. Keep the left arm exactly as it is. So you can reach up high as you inhale. And then exhale and take it over. Good. And then, you might move your hand and your wrist if you like, or just flex the wrist, press away. You even do a little bit of this forward and back motion, more it's the rib cage moving. Just explore here. Breathe. And then we'll settle into whatever this is for you. And, some of you might even get your forearm to the floor, but it really does not matter. Just take 2 more breaths. Good. Soften your jaw, your chin. Good. Come all the way up, and then let's just sit. Just palms up, close your eyes, or look at the floor and just feel that awakening, that opening. Good. Bring your hands to touch the earth. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, this breath, keep the length. Turn your palms up, sweep up. Maybe the arms go back and up. Good. Let's take one nice big breath in, reach up. And soften as you exhale. Bring the left hand to the floor. Reach up through the right side as you inhale. And crescent over. And then again, find some movement with the wrists, the fingers, even moving the chest a little bit. Just whatever works here. Almost like you're creating a little bit more space so that as we drop in, we go wherever we feel we get the most stretch. Okay, let the jaw go so we can even let the hips relax. Also connected. Good. And then inhale and come all the way up. Just sit for a moment. I'm going to turn the palms up and just feel. Good. Okay, hands to the floor. Stretch your little legs out. Move your little toes and your ankles and your feet. Good. Okay, I'm just going to hip walk here. So I can keep the hands on the floor. You can lift them up and just one leg goes away, one leg comes back, and maybe the whole body turns. And just kind of feel for yourself. If you need hands on the floor because the back isn't happy, then do that. Good. Okay, gonna turn to the right. So the right leg hikes in a little bit, left leg out. Gonna put the right hand between the legs, left hand between the legs, right hand on the floor, and then turn to the right. Good. So you lift your heart. One more breath. Good. Keep your hands where they are, but release the twist a little bit. So the legs maybe come back more in alignment. I'm going to put the right palm on the floor. Bend your left leg. Take the left elbow. Yeah, this is where we're going. You know this. And then turn again. Anchor the left foot. Lift your heart. Soften your jaw. One more breath. Good. And then come out. Stretch your legs, hands on the floor, arms up, friends, whichever one. I'm going to hip walk and turn again. So one leg hikes in, one leg hikes out. The hips are doing this little dance. And then we're going to turn to the left. Right hand in between the legs, left hand to the floor, turn. So that left leg can be hiking up a little bit. We turn the hips, we get a little bit more mobility to turn. Good, inhale. Now as you exhale, hands stay where they are. Just turn yourself back a little bit. Bend the right leg, right elbow. You can walk your right foot out too. Make it as big as you need. Lift up. Exhale and turn. Open the left shoulder, friends. Push that right elbow into the knee. Knee resists. Then drop your jaw. One more breath. Good. Release. Hands to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together. And if you need props, you put that in. Adjust yourself. Again, I'm going to hip walk again. I'm going to do a little bit of this. Just moving the hips. Yes. Okay. And then find center. Reach up. Press the feet together. Maybe the toes open. Maybe not. Maybe the knees lift. You know, even though I can put my knees on the floor, I'm going to lift them up. Reach. Inhale. And as you exhale or take the hands to the floor, you can let your legs relax. Move yourself halfway, you know, so 30, 50% into this forward fold. Hands on the floor, spread your fingers, press the floor down and away. We take the belly back, just as we open class with this seated cat pose. Let the head drop, jaw drop. One more breath. And now start to take the heart forward. Like you're just moving the heart forward as much as you can. So you might roll onto the front of your groins if you can get that. And then we just release into like whatever you like here. As far down you want to go, you can widen the hands. You can stay exactly where we are. And maybe find a little bit of, you know, depending on where you are. If you're all the way down, you're happy, you stay. If you're not quite down, maybe you move the chest forward and back a few times. Just find some movement here in this, whatever you're doing. Find a little bit of movement. So that even when we come into these places that are a little bit more restricted, we can ease our way in and out. That when we, you know, experience shock and surprise or things happen in life that we don't expect, that we're here for it. All part of this human experience. You know, I mean, loss of a car is not that serious, but there are things that we lose that are more significant and really can affect us and deeply. And that is just part of this human experience. You take one more full breath. Really sigh it out. Good. And then walk yourself upright. Good. Okay, take your hands behind, friends. Let's put the feet on the floor. I'm going to move to a seated windshield wiper. So you can come off your blanket if you like. And then we'll just move those knees side to side. And since I have the hands behind, I can even put a little bend in the elbows and let the shoulders move. So they would move in opposition to the knees. Just find your little dance. Okay, I'm going to lift the soles of the feet up and just be on the heels as I'm doing this. Good. Okay, I'm going to let the knees drop over to the right and let the left knee and the sole of the foot come together here. Left hand's coming all the way over. You're going to lock your hands behind you. Let the left hip lift. Good. And then just keep going as far as you can. Once you hit that place, anchor the hands. Push the hands like more over as if you're pushing the floor to the right. Take the ribs in and then lower onto your forearms if you like. You know, so be the left forearm first, then the right. Maybe the palms come together. Move the shoulders gently away from your ears. You turn your chin towards the left shoulder. And you might also be finding a bit of that cat pose, almost that pressing back. Let me see, maybe for you, you need to kind of drop more into cow pose. Let me see what feels right. Find some movement if you need it. Okay, breathe into this restricted place. One more breath. Good. Okay, we're going to come out. And you're just going to find your way back onto your tush with the knees up, feet down. Adjust so the hands are nice and spread. And then just come back to windshield wiper a few times. Yes. Oh. You know, it's times like this, I do miss us, even though I love the Zoom, it's nice, but I do miss being in the room all together. Let the knees drop. When I see us all doing the same thing, I'm like, oh. Okay, turn your left hand out. Here's the right arm up. Come all the way over, both hands on the floor, and then walk them behind you as far as they're gonna go. Then keep anchoring where you need to. Press the hands down, press them over as you want to move the floor to the left. Adjust your ribs, fill some space. And then lower down onto your forearms. If that's where you're going, you could stay on your hands. Okay, introduce a bit of cat, a bit of cow, whatever you can. Just looking for some space. And turn your head towards the right shoulder. And then smile. Don't take any of this too seriously. You know, our goal is the play. The lila is the joy. That's where we want to live. You know, no matter things happen, make us heavy. And sometimes we need to be in that. But if we can cultivate this idea of play, of joy, the joie de vivre. Okay, come back up onto your hands. Come back. I'm just going to take another forward fold from here. I'm going to stretch the legs out. So if you need to sit back on your blanket, do that. You need to keep a bend in your knees. That's fine too. Okay, I'm going to anchor the heels. Toes are lifted. I'm going to keep a bend in my knees. Let's do that. And that way you kind of get, you know, the tush moves back, just happens naturally. Okay, I'm going to lift the arms. It's yogi's choice. Get nice and tall. And as you inhale, you reach out, row up. And then exhale, hands to the floor, and walk yourself in. So you might keep the knees bent, you might straighten the legs, and then be in that place where maybe you invoke in the play, the movement, you know, the joy. You know, I feel what I feel here in the legs, in the knees, in the feet, shoulders, back of the head, wherever you're feeling. Send your breath, friends. Send your love, your joy, your presence, and even those places that are a little tight and are hurting, you know, back out if you have pain. And if you can send your breath and the softening, how can I create space? Okay, I'm going to take one more full breath in. Sigh it out. Okay, walk your hands back either side of your hips and then lift yourself up. Let the head be the very last thing. Good. Okay, so I'm going to send heart to his mat now. I'm just going to turn to the side. So you're here. I'm going to take the hands behind. Now, this is what's going to happen. The hands are going to come behind. I'm going to lift up. But if that's not interesting, you bend your knees and lift yourself up. It's all fine. Lifting with straight legs is a challenge. The heels ground, I take the shoulders back. I'm going to press from the shoulders into the hands. So I'm lifting up from here. Okay, wherever you are, smile, breathe, be in your strength. Take one more breath and then lower yourself down. Good, okay. I'm just going to take the hands. You can do whatever you want with your legs. It's just move the wrists, sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. Good. Okay, guys. So I'm going to take the hands behind. I'm going to bend the knees. Okay, I'm going to lift the hips and we're going to come all the way over, just so no surprises. I'm going to move into a downward facing dog. So hands are down and lift the hips. Walk, 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 walk. And then once you're here, you'll just all meet in the DFD, or, you know, I say it every time too. Downward dog is not where you want to be right now, or something's happening in your wrists, shoulders, you just put your knees on the floor into like a extended knee pose. But downward dog, we're going to just press through the heels, take the thighs back, nice strong arms. You feel you're supporting yourself with your arms into your hands and from the hips into the heels. Take one more full breath in. Breathe out. Okay. Lift your heels, inhale. Exhale, set your knees on the floor. You're going to walk the hands back and lift the knees up like we did just a minute, the way we came in. Yeah, Okay, I'm gonna take the left knee out to the side and then bring it back in. And then do the same with the right. We're just opening one at a time. Feel let the feet move. Be in your little froggy. Yes. Okay, and I'll bring the knees in. I'm gonna lift the heels more. Walk the hands back, and you might stay here. Maybe you come up and you balance, but you know, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take 2 breaths, really up on the toes. And then the hands are coming down, we're coming to forward fold. So you're just gonna lift your tush and walk your hands forward, friends. Put a bend in your knees if you need to. Then we'll, my feet are, you know, maybe hip distance apart or a little wider. And then just start to sway your hips. Just sway your hips. Knee can bend or not, head can relax. If you want your blocks, bring them in. Good. Okay. Good. All right. Come to center, and then hands are not, you know, they're not right close to the feet. I'm just going to bend the knees. I'm coming all the way down and all the way back up. I'm just going to do that a few times. So you go wherever you need to go. And maybe you go really slow. Just honoring the movement, even if this is not pleasant. Okay, I can do it. Good. All right, last one. And then it'll end in the forward fold. Good. Okay, take 2 breaths here. Good. Walk your hands back. And we're just going to come all the way up. So you might sit down in your legs more and roll yourself up, or however you like to come up. And once you're up, we're just going to stand for a moment. Arms by your side. Feel your dizziness, your breath. Good. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do from standing, I'm going to pull the right knee into the chest. So if you need to use a wall, you know, find your wall. Otherwise, you find your balance. We'll just breathe, feel your feet. Okay, let's start with the hands on the hips. We'll shift the weight over to the left foot and start to draw the belly in, get nice and long. Take this right knee in, flex the foot. Maybe you hold it, maybe both hands hold it, or just one. Squeeze the hips, flex the foot. Press the knee into the hands. Woo. One more breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to take the hands, slide it down, grab the top of the foot, bring the knees together. So hold the wall or not, flex the foot, and then you push the right knee down. Now the left arm can reach up, it can stay at the wall. Breathe. Good. Okay, I'm going to turn it into a tree pose. However you want to do that. Find your tree. We're here for a few breaths, so take your time. If you fall out, it's a great opportunity just to get back in. Okay, recruit. Release. Breathe. One more moment, and then we'll release. So I'm just going to step this foot out a little bit. Put the hands on the hips. Let's do a little bit of this dancing, rolling the hips. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Good. Change direction. Good. Okay. And then I'll just bend the knees. Get a little bit of this. I feel like jumping now. Okay, I'm going to do 3 jumps. This is good for us. Yes, okay. All right. And then from here, you know, if you need the wall, bring yourself back to the wall. So I'm going to shift the weight onto the right foot. Left knee in. Oh, I had the hands on the, you do whatever. You can always both hands, one hand. Find your balance, recruit from the feet, crown of the head, the hips. All fine and good. Just practice. We're just practicing. Okay, now we're going to take that foot behind. So if this doesn't happen, it's all fine. You just do your best. You got the wall. Press the knee down. Good. One more breath. And then we'll turn it into a tree. Hands, whatever. Find your tree. A windy tree. A stable tree. Whatever your tree is today, you smile. Don't take it too seriously. Just practicing. Good. Okay, and then we'll step out. step out, maybe separate your feet. Let's go a little bit wider. You can put the hands on the hips. Do a little bit of this thing again, and feel free to bend the knees. You know, shine your light, change direction. Good. Okay. And just stand on your feet. You know what to do with them. Reach up. Maybe you go 30, you know, not right up. And then just take a few breaths. Good. One more inhale. And now I'm going to fold. I'm going to open the arms out to the side, fold at the hip crease. Put your hands on the floor. If you need your block, do it. Find it. Spread your fingers. And I'm going to bend one knee, shift the hips to one side, and then do the same with the other side. And as you bend your knee, send that knee out a little bit so it's more over the baby toe edge of your foot. Just do your best. A little bit side to side so the hips are moving, we're lengthening. Good. Okay, guys. So let's see. What I want to do now is I'm going to put this left knee on the floor. So if you need a blanket, you know, you'll do what you need to do. But I'm just going to press the hands, take the left foot up, put the knee down, and then straighten the right leg. And we're just going to turn, I'm going to adjust the camera, but we're just going to turn these toes like we do up and down. So the heel lifts, toe lifts, you're just, why are you so barky? Yeah, just do this a few times. Support your knee. Good. Okay, turn the toes up. Now the left foot can turn out. I'm going to walk the hands around. It can also stay where it is, but you turn your, you know, adjust for your knee. My hands are going to come out. They're not coming right against the leg. I'm just reaching more of an angle. I'm going to take the tush back as best as I can. Breathe. Good. Bring yourself forward so the sole of the right foot comes down, knee comes forward into this lunge, and then we'll just move front to back here like we do. Okay, now because we have the hips open and the hands are kind of out to the side, you might even turn your head, like let everything come in here. Good. Okay, last one. I'm going to send the hips back, straighten the right leg, walk the hands back to center, turn your right foot. I'm coming back up. I'm going to just lift that left knee up, walk that foot out and back and wide legged. I'm going to take a breath. Okay, second side. So the right knee is coming down. You're going to maybe bring that right foot back and then straighten the left leg. And we'll just start by turning the hip. So the foot is moving. Your hip is saying, oh, thank you. Good. Okay. Let's do one more. Good. And then we're going to have the toes up. Yeah, I'm going to walk the hands towards the left. Feel free to move your right foot or not, yogi's choice. Now I'm just going to pull the hips back. Be here into the stretch. Good. And then we'll start to move front to back. So the foot comes down into a little bit of a lunge, but it's open. So you might be able to move your head or move your shoulders or what else you can find here to bring in. Good. Okay. Now come to the forward lungy shape. Walk your hands back around to the center, and we're going to come back to wide-legged. And just find it. And you're here, just wag your tail. Shake your hips, wag your tail. All right, wide-legged downward dog. So your feet are on the floor, you walk your hands forward, shift the weight to the front of the feet, and then send the hips back. Head can drop, hands can press down and away. Anchor your feet. What happens if you push your feet down into the floor so much? One more breath. And then bring yourself, your chest, your head forward, then walk your hands back. Okay, so we're just going to plant that left hand underneath your face. As you inhale, sweep the right arm up. And as you exhale, bring it down. Place it where the left hand is and inhale the left arm up. We're just going to do this a few times, just coming up and down. That arm can lift. It can also, you might modify and just put it on your thigh or your hip or something. You need to do that. Let's do a few more. Move with your breath. Meet the sun. Just opening the inner thighs. Okay, last one. So you'll lift the right, lift the left. And then we're just going to hang in between the legs. So once the hands come down, maybe you walk them back. Let your head go. Anchor your feet, friends. Move those inner thighs to the outer thighs. Crown of your head descends to the floor. If you need to bend your knees to help your body, find the shape, do it. One more breath. Okay. Come on out. You're going to come to lie on your back. So hands on the floor. I'm actually just going to step my right foot beside the left and bring the hips down. And then if you need anything for underneath your head or whatever you need, let's bring a block with us. And just put the block aside. And then just bring yourself to lie down. Once you're here, just feel. So I have my knees bent. You could have your legs straight. Just rest in and feel, like maybe you feel energy in your hands. You've had the hands on the floor for a long time. You feel the energy in your feet. And then just melt yourself in here. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. Sweep your arms over your head if that works for you. Legs can stretch straight or they can stay bent. Okay. Good. Lengthen yourself in 2 directions. Even if your feet are on the floor, you can still lengthen. Take a big breath in and out. And then extend yourself as you inhale. Draw the bottom ribs down. And as you exhale, let's bring the left knee in. Take your arms up and over. Hug it in. And as you exhale, release it. Take your arms back over your head. And we're just going to switch knees. So the inhale will bring the knee in, change the interlace, and the exhale will release. Okay, go slow. You can close your eyes. And just feel, it's not a complex movement. But there's a lot of happenings just by bringing one knee in. Okay, so the next time the left knee comes in, we're going to just keep it there. Good. Just hug it in. You can drop your shoulders, flex your feet, drop your jaw. Just be here. This is all we're doing, friends. We're just hugging it in and we're softening the belly. Anything we can soften. One more moment. And feel your next inhale happen. And as you exhale, release the leg, take the arms over your head. Pause here for a full inhale and full exhale. And inhale. On the next exhalation, bring the right knee in, change the interlace. We're just going to hang out here for a few moments. Just let it be. Okay, one more full inhale. Exhale as you are. Inhale. And on the exhale, release. Let the knee come out. Pause here for a full inhale. As you exhale, I'm going to bring both knees in. Hug them in. And rock a little bit if you need to. Front to back, side to side. Make it your own. And we're just going to rest here. So you just find the way to rest here. If you need to hold behind your thighs or you need your strap, or do what you need to do. Soften your shoulders, your jaw, even the belly, almost like you are receiving this shape. Okay, friends. So from here, guys, we're going to come to twist, but I'm just going to rock these knees side to side like we do. Okay, so take your arms maybe to the floor, maybe palms down. That's more supportive. Palms up is a little bit not as supportive. Flex your feet and move the knees away. If the knees are right into your chest, move them away. And then just start to drop the knees, maybe halfway to the right and back up and halfway to the left, and go as slow as you need to feel that you're like, oh yeah, okay, I feel like something's happening. If you can get the knees almost to the floor and then back up, do that. Just be in this side to side action. Okay, just gonna do one more. It's both sides. And the next time the knees come to the right, I'm gonna lay them down. Good. Okay, I'm gonna put the right hand on this left knee or left thigh, anywhere there. You can turn your head to the left if that is available. If you want to take the left arm and just reach it up and alongside the ear. And you can feel like you're breathing through the whole left side. So as you inhale, you maybe extend the arm, move the hip away. And as you exhale, everything kind of softens back together. But you could also just not be doing that, and the work is happening. Good. Just take one more full breath in. Release it. Good. Take your arms back out to the side. As you begin your inhale, let the inhale start, and when you're about halfway through, then lift the knees up. And then as you exhale, let the exhale start. When you're about halfway through, drop the knees over to the left. And then the right hand might come to rest on top of this left hand on top of right thigh. Head can turn, and maybe the right arm comes up and alongside you there. And then breathe, find a little bit of movement if that's there for you. And if it isn't, that's information gathered. It's always like, you guys have heard me say many times, I love when I have an injury. I'm so excited. As long as it's not too serious, but if it's something I can work with. So we're just gathering information. What's happening here? Where am I bringing tension in that doesn't need to be there? Okay, last exhale, bring your arms back out. And then again, as you begin the inhale, let it start, and then bring yourself onto your back. Good. Okay, I'm going to bring the arms down, and wherever they need to go, we're just going to circle these knees like we do. So you can hold on or keep your arms on the floor and just start to make some circles here. And feel free to let the shins, if they want to circle as well in some way, your ankles, you're just circling, just recruit whatever you like. Go slow. And then reverse this direction. Yeah, whatever you're doing, you're moving. There's so much happening here. You can feel, there's like a little crunch and a little cat and a little cow, a little twist. Okay, and then just come to rest. You want to put your feet on the floor for a moment, or you want to hug your knees into your chest, or readjust yourself on your mat, as Hart and I are both doing. Just find it. Rest in. And we're going to do some egg beating. Okay, so one more breath. And then put your arms down, separate your knees, and start to just find this little motion of egg beating. So the knees are getting some circulation, and then maybe your ankles, and the hips are definitely, you can even widen these legs wider apart and make it a really big egg beat, or really small. And then reverse. So you just feel for yourself like, oh, reversing can be challenging. Look at all the stuff that's happening. That's why swimming is so good for us. Right. When we do stuff like this. Floating on a little lounger doesn't really cut it, but it's nice. Okay, rest. You're gonna put the feet on the floor, nice and wide, let the knees come together. Okay, do what you need to do to adjust that so it's comfortable. I'm gonna lift the hips and put my hands underneath the cheeks. So they might turn in a little bit. Maybe the thumbs, index finger touch, and then just rest your sacrum maybe there, or do what you need to do, and then just do nothing. Breathe. Good. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to keep the hands underneath the tush. Separate the knees, heel toe the feet together. Ish, they don't have to be right together. Then you can stay here, or you stretch your legs straight. So we get a little bit more weight into the hands. I'm opening the hands as much as I can. Now the elbows are resting on the floor, hopefully. I'm going to push them down, lift the chest, the belly, almost like you're doing a little bit of cat pose or cow pose, and then set everything back down. Tuck your chin. Breathe. Okay. Good. All right, we're going to bend the knees again. Notice which foot wants to go first. Bend the opposite. Put the feet on the floor. Keep the hips on the hands. Separate the feet apart and come to windshield wiper. And just go nice and slow. And what I'm hoping maybe you get to feel is a little bit of an upper outer tush massage. So you can move your hands as you move side to side, and one hand is freer. You might move it a little bit and just massage this area of your tush. At the same time, we're also opening the hands, grounding the hands. Do whatever you works. Just be in this motion of your ocean. Good. Okay, just come back to center. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open. And if that's not super happy for you, you really push the feet together. You can lift the knees a little bit so that the hips are maybe happier. You can rock side to side if that is in your, if that works for you here. If not, just take one more moment, one more breath. Good. And then we'll lift the knees up, place the feet on the floor. We're going to lift the hips. Take the arms out to the side with the palms up, and then find basic resting pose with your legs again. Heel toe the feet wide, drop the knees, drop the jaw. Breathe into your creative flow. Good. Okay, find your block. Okay, so take a moment if you don't have it. I'm going to heel toe the feet so they're hip distance apart, and we're all going to start on the lowest height, even if you go highest. Lift your hips, put that block underneath your sacrum. Find a comfortable way to be here. Okay, and then once you're here, you can walk your feet wider apart or walk them away or straighten your legs. If this works for you, you find whatever it is. Okay, I'm not going to let my toes drop out so much to the side. Like, do your best to kind of keep your legs straight-ish. If they're falling out, whatever, everyone's going to be fine. Okay, take your arms over your head, and then with the knees bent or the legs straight, it's all fine. They both work. We're going to inhale. And as you exhale, I'm going to bring the left knee in, take the arms up and over. I'm going to hug this in. I'm going to be here. You can rock this knee in and out. If your right leg is extended and you want to make it nice and strong and just hover it above the floor, and press through the heel, that's the pose. But you be where you need to be. I'm going to take an inhale. Then on the exhale, just switch your legs, switch the interlace of the fingers. If you've been traveling, this will be a really nice back release for you. Okay, inhale. Switch, interlace of the fingers, opposite knee. Yes. Inhale and exhale and switch. Okay, well, I don't know where this is coming from, but here it is. I'm going to stretch both legs straight. I'm going to hover them above the floor. Maybe arms down by your side or over your head. It's a lot of work. Breathe. And then release, feet to the floor, knees bent, arms down by your side. Okay, we're coming to windshield wiper again on the block. So you can move your arms out if you like, wherever you like. Just feel that this is more about massaging the hips and the tush, like when you're on your hands, but now we've taken it up a little bit. So even though we're rocking side to side, it might not be that big. Okay, good. And then bring yourself to your center. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, soften yourself over the block. One more breath. Anchor your feet, lift your hips, take the block out, lower all the way down, and then just be in this grounding for a moment. Okay, we're coming back to twist, guys. So I'm just going to move the block out of the way. I'm going to heel toe the feet together, and I'm going to cross this right knee right over the left knee. So it is a tight twist. You adjust as you need. Heel the left foot on the floor, anchor it, lift the hips, shift the hips to the left, drop the knee package to the right. And your block is there if you need it. You know, you can put it underneath the knee. You can also take the cross out completely. If you're someone who can deepen your cross, maybe you can put that left foot behind the outside of the right shin and breathe. Okay, I'm going to take the left arm up and alongside the ear. One more nice deep breath. Good. And then maybe you unwrap if you wrapped. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Uncross the legs. Adjust yourself as you need to. And then left knee crosses over the right. Push the right foot down, lift the hips, shift the hips over to the right, drop the knee package to the left. And then same thing, you know, wrap, don't wrap, unwrap. Just be. Right arm up and alongside the ear. That helps you access something. Good. Okay, one more breath in, out. And then as you begin to inhale, you can find your way back onto your back. Good. Unwrap the legs, hug the knees into your chest. But this time I'm going to open the knees wide and just rock them in and out a few times, nice and wide. Your hands might move down middle of your shins maybe. And we're going to go to half happy baby, guys. Not half, full happy baby. So grab hold of your feet here, rock yourself. Okay, as you rock, you might straighten one leg and bend the other. Just be here, whatever works. Let's breathe. Okay, I'm going to settle into this happy baby, and we're going to turn it into a half. So I'm going to keep holding the left foot, release the right foot. It can come sole of the foot to the floor, or you can straighten it. And then just be here. So there's a little bit of pressure between the foot and the hand, but my jaw is going to soften, and I'm going to do my best. We are all going to do our best to soften into that hip crease as best as you can. This might happen after maybe a few more breaths. One more. Okay, bring the right leg back up into full happy baby. And then release the left leg, left foot to the floor, left leg stretched out. Breathe. Notice which side is happier in this half happy baby. Beautiful. Okay, release, and we're going to rest. So soles of the feet on the floor, legs stretched out, arms over your head, on your belly, whatever you like. Just do nothing. And just feel. Okay, I'm going to take the block again. And last thing before we do Shavasana, I'm going to let you put the block in whatever height you like, and we're going to lift the legs up. Just take a little bit of, legs up the wall, but in the air. So however you like to do that, friends, take your block, find whatever height you like. You could even do two blocks, if you like more support, you can just put them right beside each other at that whatever height. And then you might take one leg up at a time, or you might go straight with both legs. Okay, so I'm just going to hang out here with the legs up. I'm anchoring into the block. Shoulders are resting, jaw resting, even letting the solar plexus rest if you can, depending on whatever height you have the block at. Okay, soften whatever you can. The glutes is an interesting thing, because when I first started taking yoga, I was like, soften the glutes, soften the glutes, soften the glutes. But now it's like, sometimes you need to strengthen them. So notice, are you tightening? Are you softening? Okay, now I'm just going to take the right leg, just going to drop it down towards the floor, and I'm pushing out through both heels, but I'm not letting any tension come in from the waist up. And then we'll switch legs. That works. Just do that a few times if you like it. So opening up this psoas muscle a little bit with the lift. Okay, so I'm going to do one more on each side. And then we'll rest with the legs up for maybe 2 to 5 breaths. And then I'm going to rest with the feet on the floor for another 2 to 5 breaths, whatever you feel in. They move at your own pace. We're going to slowly come out of this. Okay, so after you put your feet on the floor, you settle there for a few breaths. Then you'll take the block out. And if you have it on the highest height, you might just want to go lowest height for a few moments. And then once we come down, you're going to feel very grounded in your back, but it might also need to move. So that might be windshield wiper, that might be hip circling, or it might even just be hugging your knees into your chest. So just find your movement and start to settle, because our next pose, friends, starts with an S, Shavasana. Okay, so when you're ready, I'm just going to curl. I'm bringing my knees into my chest. I'm just going to curl up and roll up. Okay, and then set yourself up nice for a good rest. So you make yourself warm, and if you are a heating pad lover and you have your heating pad there, bring it in. Blankets, an eye covering, all of these things that help us to get it into this idea of doing nothing, just receiving. Okay, once you're settled, friends, you're down. You might start with a nice inhale and full exhale, just to drop yourself in and feeling. You scan your body from the crown of your head all the way down, and you place your holding tension. We feel ourselves dropping into the safe space of being held. Feel yourself being held, not just by the container of your body, being held by the support of the earth. Anything you have placed on this body to keep you warm and connected. A feeling of safety, so that you can just receive your breath in a very connected and present way. Receive any vibrational energies of your fluid and light and love, joy, just moving through you. Notice any tension in your eyes, the third eye, in your temples, even the pillows of the cheeks. Drawing all your senses inward. Deep listening, sound of your soul. Your energetics, the heat of you, the light of you. Allowing the thinking mind to rest. I am. Feeling into your rest. You feel like you're not quite ready to come out, and invite yourself to descend more deeply. It's just very gently beginning to connect to the breath once again. Feel this breath lengthen from the soles of your feet all the way through this body to the crown of your head. Maybe out through the arms and fingers, palms. And if you feel ready, we'll start to invite in very gentle movement. Lengthening or just coming out in a way that makes sense. You're honoring this rest and honoring your movements. Hugging the knees into the chest. It feel really nice just to press the back more into the earth and lengthen low back slightly. The next movement is to roll to your side and to rest there. Let's receive this resting on your side, the transition place. And coming out as if you just savor this lying down so the head stays heavy, maybe the eyes even stay closed, and find our way up. Just take our time and meet and seated whenever you get here, or even if you're not coming here, that's fine too. Taking a few moments here just to feel into your own divine energy, your energetics, your space, your place, the vibrancy, the resiliency, everything that has been gifted to you. You know, and as I say gifted to you, I'm thinking about, the things that our parents instill in us, but even, the way you walk might mimic the way one of your parents walk or stand or anything like that. It's these things that are implanted. And as you inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, bring these hands together in front of your heart, bow your chin. And on your next inhale, we'll lengthen with the chin. And exhale this breath. We'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands, all your blessings, all your gratitude, all that you are, and then receive it. And lift your chin, open your eyes, and offer this to yourself. And offer it out into the world, whoever needs it. And then bring it back. Give yourself some protection mudra. This protection mudra, yes. It's beautiful to see you guys. Thank you for being here and for sharing this time in this space. And so much love from my heart. Namaste, guys. Welcome back and welcome back. I'm going to grab that and take that. Thank you. All right, guys. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you very soon. Welcome home. Bye, Lizzie. We'll see you later. Devin Grant, I know you can't turn on your camera. Bye, guys.